in your house, house, in your house, in your house, in your house. In your house, in your house, in your house.
Yeah. In your house with O'Con. Hey, O'Con in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Josh Joseph standing on his decisions. He is the voice. There is no choice. Wheels them boys in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast just like cruiserweight action. In your house is the perfect distraction. Pumpers in your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Smoke. What is up, guys? What is cracking? It's the Con Man, and I am in your house. And you guys already know the vibes. Anytime we slide on through, we're here to give you that work when it comes to this professional wrestling business. And guys, it is Wednesday, and usually when I'm coming to you on a Wednesday, it is because we are doing the ECW Watch Along series. But due to some unforeseen circumstances, the voice, Josh Joseph, was not able to make this episode. Real life, family stuff. We get it. We're all, a lot of us here at In Your House, we're family people, family men and whatnot, and we got to take care of business. And, real life and family is always going to come first. But I did want to come on here and give you guys some kind of an episode. And I'll put something together, don't you worry about it. But mainly wanted to come on here because today marks the 7-year anniversary of the first episode of In Your House. And I just wanted to come on here for a short episode and talk a few things, wrestling, of course, because that's what we do here. We've been doing it for 7 years strong. But, I'm just grateful because this has come a lot further than what I thought it was going to go. I'll tell you that much. And so much awesome and amazing things have come from me creating and growing In Your House. And here we are 7 years later, and we've done some awesome stuff. I mean, have worked some amazing events, interviewed some great talent. I've interviewed so many wrestlers from just my general area, locally here in Indiana, around the way, here in the Midwest, and great talent such as Donovan Dijak. We're proud to be one of Sabu's final interviews before his unfortunate passing. Just a lot. Solo Sikoa before he went to the WWE, Austin Theory before he went to the WWE, Molly Holly, Ken Anderson, just so much awesome talent and so much talent on the upswing that's coming through and gonna be on TV in the next couple of years. We've interviewed them. It's been a great ride, man. And I just think it's crazy because a lot of people say they want to do a podcast because it's easy to talk, right? It's easy to talk about the stuff that you love, for sure. But can you make it sustainable? Is it something that you can do and make money off of? I can say that I've made some coin off of this, bro. Nobody could ever take that away from me. We're approved for AEW credentials and whatnot, for media credentials. Nobody can take that away from me. We've interviewed some of the top talents coming through the indies in the last 7 years. Nobody can take that away from us, you know? So, like, we've charted internationally, we've charted nationally. We have been a top 100 podcast at some point over the last 7 years, a top 100 professional wrestling podcast over the last 7 years on Apple Podcast. Consistently, we've been there. Things that I never imagined for myself, things I never imagined for this brand, and meeting so many amazing people and people who create and want to create with me. And it's awesome, man. It's really great. It's been a great ride for certain. 7 years, man. That's just, man, 7 years and all the things that I've done. I've seen a lot of people have quit, especially wrestling podcasting, like wrestling media, because like it's not like any other sports media that you do where, you know, you kind of got to be official. You know, you have to have some sort of broadcasting background, radio background, analytic background, hosting, to be able to do something like work for ESPN or even, you know, some of the podcasts like the Ringer Podcast Network and places like that. You got to have some credentials. In wrestling, you know, and it's not always a good thing because sometimes wrestling is like the Wild West and like anybody can get in. But while that is an issue, it also creates opportunities for people that want to take it seriously and actually create something from the opportunities given through pro wrestling. And I'm proud to say that In Your House has really grown opportunities through our time in professional wrestling. I've got a chance to work with some amazing people throughout the years. Close, hand in hand, you know, like The Voice, Josh Joseph, you know, like Hypocrisy Jones. You know, later on came Annie O'Neill and Kevin Calloway. You know, we've had amazing contributors like Paragon who've come here and have done some great work for In Your House. You know, Relentless Ray Larson done some great work for In Your House. Dear Pro Wrestling was doing great numbers when we were running that show. It was a great show for the In Your House network. You know, our Raw review show with Kevin and Voice, doing great. Always gets a lot of action in the chat. ECW Watch Along, do I even need to say it? Like, just has been such a great blessing to be a part of some of this great stuff that we're doing here. Watch-alongs and reviews and interviews. We have variety here, y'all. That's what makes me proud. We have so much variety of what we're offering here at In Your House. It's just such a great vibe, man. It's just such a great vibe. Now we're doing the AEW Dynamite show, and we're preparing, man. We're preparing for any time AEW comes around our area. In Your House is going to be in the building, and we're going to be there, you know, as media. It's crazy. It's crazy that In Your House has put such a stamp on professional wrestling. Now, I'm not gonna sit up here and say the biggest of stamps or anything like that, but we have created our own footprint, and I'm proud of it, man. I'm real proud of it. We got the expo coming up, the Squared Circle Expo, that is coming down the line here. That's coming up fast. That's gonna be in March 27th and 28th. They're naming some names, man. They've got some names in there, and In Your House is going to be in the mix, man. You know, this In Your House thing has created opportunities like working with Emerge Wrestling, being able to do the expo, talk to some of the best names, work with some amazing talent, you know, becoming the podcast producer for the Pope, Elijah Burke, and his podcast that he does with the manager of Champions, Pollo Del Mar. You know, another wrestling contributor there with so many different outlets, including, you know, Pro Wrestling Illustrated. They contribute there. Great, just like, and even here mid-show, like saying these things that I've done, that we've done here at In Your House. It's cool. It's really cool, man. It's really cool to know that you can create something and all these opportunities can come from it, man. And I'm just blessed, man. I'm just blessed to do things I didn't see myself doing. We got the OG Tony Gonzalez hopping in here. He says, "Hey, Howse, what is up, bro? You can check out everything OG is doing at Gonzo Sports Room and Gonzo Wrestling Room, and check him out on Thursdays here at In Your House, talking some AEW. And also, he joined us for our birthday episode. It's crazy because like I just did my birthday episode on Sunday, and I remember I remember getting some of the equipment for my birthday in 2019 for In Your House, for what would become the In Your House podcast. And I was excited, man. I was so excited because like I love talking wrestling. Like I'm weird, man. Like there is not a single day that goes by that I don't see, think about, or consume something wrestling. Every single day of my life for beyond the last 7 years. And there was times where I tried to run from it because you're like, oh man, you get so deep in this pro wrestling game and you get burned by people, and people take advantage of the fact that your kindness and the fact that you want to work, and they ruin it for you, man. So there was a time where I was not consuming any wrestling for 8 months during the pandemic in 2020. I didn't watch anything. I didn't watch Raw. I didn't watch SmackDown. I didn't do anything. I felt like that there was more important things that I needed to worry about at that time, and wrestling wasn't it. But man, once things started to open up again, it was like, man, I'm missing that. I'm missing that vibe. I'm missing that thing that makes me different from most people that I know. And that's my deep love of professional wrestling. So I got back in the game, man, and I said, you know what? We're just going to have fun with it and go where we go. And man, crazy. I mean, doing things like anime, wrestling, and gaming expos in Vegas, doing 3 shows with my brother Sam Knight and my other brother Paragon, man, and doing things like becoming a manager and running the stable like the set, doing things like interviewing some great talent, doing things like being on commentary for IWTV and Fight TV, working OVW shows, man, on camera. Wild, so I'm just grateful, man. Like I said, 7 years, all started with the cheap Logitech mic. I don't know if you're a media nerd or a audio visual nerd like I am, but it's the long white, laptop mics or whatever that were really crappy. And, we're just going to start it. Let's go. Let's go. So we started from there. And, I had people that wanted to work with me. They saw the vision. And it's crazy because how quickly things go from, I'm just going to do this for fun, to the work is the fun. Booking the talent, talking to the talent, putting together the shows, being able to use all these things that I've learned creatively over the course of my life, and being able to apply it to this one thing that is getting traction, that people pay attention to, that when people see In Your House in the wrestling community, they know what it is. And they're not just talking about the old, WWE, or sometimes NXT uses that pay-per-view name. I mean the W, man. The HOWSC. People see it. And yeah, when we started, the whole logo was definitely a ripoff of the whole In Your House, WWF pay-per-view logo. It was exactly, but that's what it needed to be at that time. Now it's something completely different. But I'm proud, man, because we sprouted this, bro. We sprouted this, and it hasn't been just me, because it can't be just me. It can't. It's me. It's this team. It's y'all out there in the household. I just really appreciate y'all, man. I know this was a whole, doggone near 15 minutes, like a quarter of this podcast, just putting myself over, pat myself on the back. But you know what? It's my podcast, and I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. You could stop, you could hit stop if you want to. But I really hope that you listen all the way through. Stay on play, all right? But yeah, man, 7 years, In Your House. You know, like I said, meeting people like the voice Josh Joseph over here, meeting people like OG Tony. Appreciate you, man, saying that we deserve the success. It's just all part of the work, man. It's all part of the work. And when you see the work and see that it's also can be fun and you can pace yourself, that's important. I think that's one thing that I saw over the years watching other people start podcasts is that they don't pace themselves well. You know, you go out there and you're putting yourself out there, man. You are putting yourself out there, and a lot of the time you're just having a conversation with yourself. Especially starting out, you're having a conversation with yourself, and it sucks, man. But like, you got to start somewhere, and you got to keep going. It's the consistency, it's the drive, it's the continued push to be able to get new followers, new supporters. I'm proud to say that not only do we get new followers and new supporters, we get people to come back. That's important. Because anybody could jump in the stream, you know, every now and again and be like, hey, I'm here. But when people come back and get invested in the conversation and what you're talking about, that's the best feeling, man. That's the best feeling because you know you're creating something that people go to, that people engage with. So, once again, man, 7 years in your house podcast, still going on strong. We got the expo coming up. We got a merge coming up this Saturday. That's going to be great. I get a chance to see some of those amazing people that I talked about that I've met through this wrestling journey. You know, it's going to be a great time. A merge in Columbus, Indiana. It's always a vibe. I didn't get a chance to get to the last show because I was at another show where I was inducting Sam Knight into the New Wave Pro Hall of Fame there in West Terre Haute, Indiana. But, man, it's just thank you to all of you. This is to all you guys out there. The people who rock with us. You know, the people who listen to us, comment, want to be on the show, want to contribute to the show, want to help it grow. Thank you. Seriously. And to the people that thought this was going to fall off, family members and whatnot, I'm not going to name names. You know, the people who thought this was going to fall off, this was stupid, what are you doing? Thank you. I needed that too. I needed you to tell me this was going to fail. I needed you to tell me that this didn't have a chance. I needed you to tell me that I was going to fall on my face. Because that was fuel for me to keep going. You know, so here we are, baby. And those same people who told me, this was dumb, are the same people that come to me when something happens in wrestling. Did you talk about it on your podcast? It's crazy, man. It's crazy how that goes, man, when I sit up there and think about that, you know. But once again, thank you. Thank you to all of you. It's appreciated. So let's get into some wrestling, okay? I just sat up there, put myself over for almost 20 minutes. Let's talk about some wrestling. We're going to get through this, popcorn it real quick, because I just wanted to put out some content. But we're going to do our thing here. And I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the fact that we have a new NXT World Heavyweight Champion. We got OG Tony that says if you get a chance, check the ladder match out from NXT last night. You won't be disappointed. I'm sure that I won't be, and I definitely have to check it out. I'm definitely going to run it back and check out that show. But, you know, I am so glad that they went with Joe Hendry. I think he was the clear-cut, obvious choice when I look at the field. Once again, I did not watch the show, and I think there's a lot of people who would probably agree with me that Joe Hendry was the clear-cut choice. I think, you know, there might have been some other people up in there. I got to tell you, I didn't think he was going to win, but I like Sean Legacy a lot. Sean Legacy has grown on me quite a bit, and I enjoy his work and what he does. I got to tell you, it might sound like I'm hating, bro, but I'm glad it wasn't Ricky Saints. I'm just saying, I'm glad it wasn't Ricky Saints. He does nothing for me. He bores me. If he hears this, he's probably going to toast me. But he does nothing for me. When I look at the field, man, Joe Hendry was the clear-cut, obvious choice. You know, everybody else in there either has had it already and doesn't interest me, or they still need some work. You know, as far as like getting to, not work as like in ring, but work as in like letting people know who the hell they are. Like, You can't just put a title on anybody and be like, oh, well, here's the champion. Like, there's still names in there that I think need to grow their stock to be able to earn more opportunities at that championship. Nobody has their stock higher than Joe Hendry that was in that match. So it was an obvious choice, and I'm glad that it happened the way that it happened. So congratulations to Joe Hendry, NXT Champion. Now he's been a former TNA World Champion. Now he's the current NXT World Champion. I got to tell you, man. Joe Hendry, he is popping off right now. A lot of things going right for him. He's the pre-order character for the new WWE 2K26 video game. I'm going to talk about that on the other side of the break because that game looks dope. But there's still questions. We still got to talk about it. But yeah, there is most definitely that. But before we take a break, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about. And that was the main event promo, not match, but the main event segment of Monday Night Raw. Now, I know Kevin Calloway and the voice Josh Joseph talked about it already at length. But I want to give some of my thoughts on it because I haven't got a chance to yet here on the show. And I got to tell you, I was one of the people, I picked Logan Paul to win the Royal Rumble. But I was also one of the people that said, if Roman Reigns wins it, I won't be mad. Lightweight, he was kind of my second pick. Like, he was my safe pick. Logan Paul was my, hey, I want to go out there and be left field, and hopefully I get this right pick. So I went with Logan Paul. But safe pick was Roman Reigns. He won it. And the questions began. Oh, well, Roman Reigns gets another opportunity. Roman Reigns going back to another WrestleMania main event. Yada, yada, yada. Tribal Chief this. Oh, now he's only going to be there for 3 shows leading up to WrestleMania. I get it. I most definitely get it. I hear what you were saying. But then you have promos like we had last night between 2 guys that are masterclass in promos and storytelling, CM Punk and Roman Reigns. And man, when you talk about, and I know I talk about it, things that get you off your phone and paying attention to what's going on, that promo was everything. They lit each other up and went back and forth. These two have a deep, deep history, and I got to tell you that the stock of the World Heavyweight Championship is through the roof right now. It is on a different trajectory than the Undisputed Championship right now. You have 2 of WWE's top draws, top guys, whether you like them or not, CM Punk, or same thing with Roman Reigns, whether you like him or not. These are 2 of the top draws with the company fighting over this championship, where we had the Undisputed Championship be the cool-off match at the Royal Rumble. So you tell me at this point which title right now has the most momentum. Because if you say the Undisputed Championship, I have got oceanside property that I could sell you in Montana. It's the World Heavyweight Championship, brother. That title right now at this point is the title with the most with the most intrigue around it. Because of what's going on. And it's crazy how the narrative can change. And who knows? Whatever happens with Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, however, it could change. It flip-flops. It's the trajectory changes just like that, depending on what happened. And we saw that. We saw that at the main event segment of Monday Night Raw, where the trajectory of the title changed because of the 2 men that are fighting over it. Think about last year. It was Gunther and Jey Uso. And we were all like, yeah, Jay's about to win. Yeah, he slotted to win it because the company is like, oh, everybody's cheating. Let's go with it. So we went with it. And really, it didn't form into anything. Jey Uso, like, we were having serious conversations with Jey Uso being a top draw, a top star in WWE. Those were serious conversations that we had. And these are conversations that you have to have in the moment when you're in sports media, wrestling media, where it's like, hey, is this guy the next big thing? And then you look back at it maybe 6 months or a year after it and like, whoa, what the hell were we talking about? This guy at top. Because look at him now, like he's filling commercial break spots, crashing out on his IG stories. to me now, this is not a top guy. That like Jey Uso is not a top guy with the company anymore in my eyes. I'm sorry if you feel something different because everybody's out there eating. Then cool, that's awesome, good for you. But I don't see it. I see they tested it, they tried it, but this dude Jey Uso, he's just like he's not built for that spot, bro. He is not built for that spot. Physically, mentally, he's not built for that spot. You know, so he can crash out on IG all he wants to because that's the spot. Everybody's yeeting. You take the yeet away. You got a tag team wrestler, brother. You got a tag team wrestler, brother. It is what it is. I'm not hating on him for it. I'm just speaking the truth. You take that yeet away, you got a tag team wrestler, and that's it, and that's all. We tried it. It didn't work. We rolling. Now we got a main event player. We got 2 main event players feuding over that title. It's changed, baby. We ain't talking about Gunther. We ain't talking about Gunther and Jey Uso. We're talking about Roman Reigns and CM Punk. You know what I'm saying? And yes, OG, I agree. It helped that Punk had 3 great title defenses in January. Definitely. That's a huge part of it. But man, and here's the thing about it that nobody's really talking about. Punk's about to main event to WrestleMania. We're not talking he's going to main event night 1. We're not talking about he's going to fight for the title. He is going to be the last match on night 2. He's got to be. Roman Reigns is involved. Hey, Roman Reigns was involved in the night 1 main event. I know. I get it. But he also wasn't fighting for a title either. Now he is. It's going down, baby. Now, I got to ask this, though. Because here's my question. Everybody thought that Braun Breaker would be the one that was going to be fighting Punk for the title and becoming World Heavyweight Champion at WrestleMania. And Braun Breaker was going to have a WrestleMania moment with the title. Now that looks like it's changed. And it looks like certainly we're going with CM Punk versus Roman Reigns, which after that promo last night, I think a lot of questions have stopped. Because one thing that I believe in is that when Roman Reigns is available, he's awesome. When CM Punk is available, he's awesome. So you have 2 guys that when they're available, they're awesome. They're going to put on the best story. They're going to create the most intrigue. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that it's going to be the match of the entire weekend because I just don't think that's the truth, especially with the potential matches that might be happening at WrestleMania 42. But the best story and the best build, it's definitely going to come from that match, for sure. I totally think that's going to happen. I mean, there's going to be awesome stuff that cook around it, but this is going to be the one for sure. I'm telling you. I am telling you. So, all right, there was one last thing I wanted to talk about before we slide out of here. Call this a really great episode, but I got to get our commercial break out of the way real quick. We have obligations, so I want to make sure that we get those done. And then on the other side of the break, I'm going to come through and I am going to talk a little bit of WWE 2K26. We got a lot of details dropping on that game now, and I'm just going to give a few thoughts on it, and then we're going to slide on out of here. Before we do that, we got to take a break, pay a few bills, and listen, WWE 2K26, y'all can roll with me. Y'all gaming with it? Let's do it together on the other side of this break.
Hello everyone, it's the Pope Elijah Burke, founder and president of the Love Alive charity. I wanted to take this brief moment to share with you my charity's continued humanitarian efforts to positively impact the impoverished communities in and around the greater Jacksonville area. This cannot be possible without your support. If you'd be so kind, please take a moment to visit our website, love-alive.org, to learn more about the charity and its mission. Also, feel free to donate to our 501c3 organization that operates off of the donation of the public, which is you. Whether that be by website or via Cash App, $1 help makes a difference in the lives of others as we continue to positively influence many people by being the change that we wish to see in the world.
Welcome to the Brainbuster T-shirt website where your favorite podcast team in your house lives. Look at all these fantastic options you have.
If you want that sweet hype, we got it. You wanna be divinely designed at yours. Have you lost your voice? We have all that voice merch for you. Are you just a part of the household? We got that too. Brainbuster Tees is where YH live. Brainbuster Tees is where YH live.
In your house with O'Con. Hey, O'Con, in your house. Hollywood.
Emerge faithful for coming out to Emerge 91 Blood and Bone. Since 2019, I have been the executive producer of the In Your House podcast. Since 2021, I've had the opportunity and the privilege to be a part of Emerge Wrestling in Columbus, Indiana. The honor and the privilege to tell all of you, right here in the middle of this ring, that Emerge Wrestling, in collaboration with the In Your House Network, will be at the Squared Circle Expo this March in Indianapolis. Indianapolis, Emerge Wrestling in your house. We'll see you in March.
Hey, O'Con, in your house. Hollywood, in your house.
Hey guys, it's the executive producer of the In Your House podcast, Alakon the Con Man House, here to tell you on this commercial break to like and subscribe to In Your House on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook at the In Your House Wrestling Podcast. Subscribe on Twitch at Team IYH. And remember to follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And leave a review and 5-star rating. We thank you for your continued support. It all helps for us to stay charted and continue to give you that work. Hey guys, welcome back to In Your House, and I'm riding solo, giving it another shot. That's the solo shot here at In Your House. And listen, man, I was off the last few days. I took a few days off for my birthday, and I got back to it today as far as my shoot job. And man, I gotta tell you, I'm not sure if I would have made it through the day without Goalie gummies. That's Goalie Nutrition. And man, I popped some of these apple cider vinegar gummies over here, and I was able to get that push that got me through the rest of the day. And you can do the same. All you gotta do is go to goalie.com, put in promo code IYH at checkout, get a 10% discount, and listen, let them know that In Your House sent you, and check out everything we're doing on Facebook Live, on YouTube, on X, on Twitch, and then on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. One, you'll get a chance to check out the audio version if you just pop us in your ears, man, on the drive to work. When you're working a job that where you can have a little solitude, pop a podcast in your ear. Sometimes I can, and just listen to it, man, and rock with us here at In Your House. So it's great. We appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys here that have come along and listened to us and kicked it with us for some point within the last 7 years. So thank you so much for that. Once again, I just wanted to say that. But listen, man, I'm getting fired up because it's that time of year. And yes, we're on the road to WrestleMania, and that's amazing. I love the road to WrestleMania. A lot to talk about. It's one of the best times when you're a pro wrestling podcaster is when it's the road to WrestleMania. But also one of my favorite wrestling times of year is when it's time to start talking about the new WWE 2K video game, because it's dropping. And it's dropping on March 13th. And man, they got me, bro. They got me, because I'm sitting over here like, man, I'm not going to ever sit up here and spend $150 on a damn video game. Who would spend $150 on a video game? Damn. I'm about to spend $150 on a video game. I'm about to spend $150 on a video game, bro, because, man, It's crazy. They got over 400 new characters, or 400 characters overall in this game. The biggest roster ever. There's going to be a lot of representation. It looks like they're adding names like Ray Phoenix and Rusev, Blake Monroe. There's a lot of different like new names that I saw in there that I was like, oh, they wasn't in last year's game. They have Joe Hendry, who is the pre-order character, and I think that was smart because Joe Hendry is a guy that people want to play with. I think he was like his creator wrestler on WWE 2K25 is probably like one of the most downloaded calls like on the game. Because everybody wants to play with Joe Hendry because he's cool, bro. So it's gonna be cool to hear his theme in there when that happens. Because I'm getting the pre-order, bro. Like, you can say what you want. I don't care what you're talking about. I'm buying the game, and it's gonna be great. I'm still playing WWE 2K25. Me and my son still play that. We still have fun doing that. I still think my GM is great. So we'll see how they add to that. They added the I Quit match, the Inferno match, dumpster match. The 3 stages of hell match, that's going to be dope. The dumpster match, probably least excited about, just because it's probably going to be the same mini game as like, the ambulance match and the casket match. So it's just the same thing, just different. You're throwing them into something different. I'm going to be interested to see the mini game for the I Quit match. That'll be interesting. I like the fact that you can stack tables, bro, and they're going to have thumbtacks, expanded crowd combat. Like, yes, that's what we know. More interactive is going to be great. More like weapon physics. I saw them slam. Like, I saw somebody get slammed onto steps. Like, it's about time you get to a point where you can slam somebody and you can feel the damage from the steps. You can see the damage that they sustain from the steps or from the chairs. And when you get thrown on a chair, now we're going to be able to see that with thumbtacks too, and see this is about to be crazy, bro. This is about to be crazy. Like, I know they 2K'd the game because it seems like it's gonna, like, I saw something about some battle pass or whatever, and I can't speak too much on that because I just kind of saw it in passing. So I'll talk more about that when I have it in more detail as far as whatever this battle pass is. But if we got to earn characters instead of like getting them throughout the year like we've been getting them, I don't think that's going to hit well with people. I really, really don't. It's not going to hit well with me. Because I'm already spending $150 on the game. Now I got to earn the characters? Like, come on, bro. Like, you already, like, come on, man. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are we doing here? What modes do I have to play in order to gain what I need for this battle pass? Because I don't do every mode in WWE 2K. I do my GM. I do exhibitions with my kids. The island really wasn't popping for me, so I stopped doing the island like 2 months into when the game released. So I don't do the island. My GM be hitting. Sometimes I get a chance to do my GM with the homies. Like, I played some my GM with Paragon. We did it a couple months ago, and it was hitting. It was fun. So my GM, just add a few things here and there to that. Keep that. It cooks. Stop with the injuries, though, bro. The injuries on my GM kill me. There's got to be an easier way. So, but all in all, I think the game's going to be good. I think it's going to cook, most definitely. There's going to be a focus on, like, the Attitude Era, the Monday Night Wars and stuff. So that'll be kind of tight for, the nostalgic fans or whatever. And I'm one of them, so I'll enjoy that. But also, like, the gameplay improvements is big for me because they did that last year as opposed to the year before, to where you was able to, like, scale the barricades and jump off the barricade and do damage to people. Now we're getting weapon physics in a real way that we needed. Improved, AI for my GM. It includes intergender matches now. It's a 50-week season. Universe mode. It features the WWE draft and a new creation wizard. We're gonna see how that is. I'm interested. I'm interested to see what they do for sure. So, yeah, that's what we're looking at. That's going to be dope. I just want to talk a little bit about that because there's some interesting stuff in there. And I'm sure we'll talk more about it. I would love to get hype on a show about it. Kevin, too, honestly, because they're, two guys I know are like big gamers. Kevin streams games and whatnot. So I would definitely love to talk to them more about that. But I do want to come on here and just give you guys a lightweight episode. Nothing too crazy or too long. Just something to say thank you for your support. And I mean that. thank you for your support. For any little bit of whatever you've done, being a part of our fantasy football leagues, watched us live, any interactive thing that we've done. If we've got on some of your favorite wrestlers and interviewed them and you enjoyed that interview, whatever, bro, like, thank you for your time, because it's one of our most precious resources is time. And you guys give me a little bit of yours, and I thank you for it. And because you guys do that, I just try to give it back to y'all by giving you guys awesome content, by giving you guys the best I could possibly give you guys. It's all part of the work, man. And that's HOWSE, and the W stands for work. So for the whole team here at In Your House, 7 years deep here at In Your House, I'm Alakon the Concept House, here to remind you to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to hop on this bandwagon. It's not too late. Get on or get gone, because the household is still going mighty strong. You guys have a great day and a great rest of your week. Peace.
Yeah. In your house with O'Con. Hey, O'Con in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Josh Joseph standing on his decisions. He is the voice. There is no choice. We is them boys in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast just like cruiserweight action. In your house is the perfect distraction. Pumpers in your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Smoke.